About 300, 500, 3,500 species present throughout the world. Among them, 350 species are poisonous snakes. In India, about 216 species. Among 216 species, 52 species are poisonous snakes. Most of the snakes are non-poisonous. Identification of poisonous or non-poisonous snakes is important because sometimes the bite of a non-poisonous snake may lead to death out of fear. The poisonous snakes are identified by a carefully examination of the following divisions. There are 5 divisions. First one is nature of the snake bite. Second one, nature of the tail. Third one, nature of the ventrals. Fourth one, nature of the scales on the head. And fifth one, nature of the subcaudal scales, vertebrals. So these divisions gives us identification of the poisonous snakes. The first one is from the nature of the snake bite. When a poisonous snake bites, there will be one or two punctures on the skin. These punctures give the continuous flow of the blood, so we can easily identify the nature of the bite of snake. If a non-poisonous snake bites many punctures, they are usually made on the skin. If a poisonous snake bites, there will be a continuous flow of blood from the wound. The venom presents in the clotting of the blood. It is a non-poisonous snake's bites, flow of blood is stopped after sometimes causing the clotting of the blood. Next division from the nature of the tail. The tail of a snake should be observed first. If the tail is a snake is flat, laterally compressed and oval shaped. So this is laterally compressed tail is a distinctive feature of the sea snakes. It is example Enhydrina. If the tail ends blindly, it is non-poisonous. If the tail is round or cylindrical and pointed, it may be poisonous or non-poisonous. Then it may be terrestrial or freshwater snake. For this identification, the third division, the nature of the ventral scales. If the tail is round and not compressed, then examine the ventral scales on the ventral side of the body. If the ventrals are small and narrow, it is a non-poisonous snake. If there is no lateral pit between in some non-poisonous snakes like python, the ventral scales are fairly broad but do not extend completely across the ventral side. On their side ventrals, is small scales are present. So many small scales are present. It is gives a identification of the non-poisonous snakes. In some non-poisonous snakes like python, the ventrals are fairly broad. So you understand. So if the ventricles are broad, extended completely across the belly, it may be poisonous or non-poisonous also. So then we studied, examine another division, the nature of the scales or seals on the head. If the head, if the tail is round and the ventrals are broad, then examine the head of the snake and also examine the head scales. If the head is triangular and covered with small scales and not with seals, it is a viper snake. We find out the viper snakes. All vipers are poisonous. Vipers of two types. One is pit viper, another one is pitless viper. Pit viper, there is a loreal pit between the eye and nostril. The snake is a pit viper, so it is also called. The pit is useful in the identification of the thermoreceptor. Example: Trimerosaurus. Some pit viper possesses seals on the heads. So pitless vipers. If there is no loreal pit between the eye and the nostril, it is a pitless viper. If the head is covered with small scales and there is no loreal pit, then the subcaudals are to be examined. If subcaudal scales are in two rows and there is no loreal pit, then the snake is Russell's viper. This Russell's viper also poisonous. It is a pitless viper with a large body and bears 3 rows of large diamond shaped spots on the dorsal side of the body. Next division, the nature of the dorsal side vertebrate scales. If the head is covered with seals, not with small scales, it is maybe poisonous or non-poisonous. Then examine the dorsal vertebrals. The scales present along the mid-dorsal line. If the vertebrals are large and hexagonal, it is a crate, and it is high poisonous. In addition to the enlarged vertebrals, the crate is a characterized by the presence of only fourth one infralabial of the largest seals. The infralabials are the seals forming the margin of the jaw. So the subcaudals, including the fourth infralabial, are present in the single row in the crate. Example: Bangaras crate snake. Figures also you are identified. So if the vertebrals are not large, then examine the supralabial seals. If the third supralabial shield touches the nasal shield and the eye, it is either a cobra or a coral snake. So, in cobra, it is also known as naja naja. In the snake, the supralabial shield, that is third one, shield, touches the nasal shield and the eye. So, this is the distinctive feature of the cobra. So, both cobras and coral snakes are also poisonous. The importance of the venom. So, the presence of the poison in the poisonous snakes, it is also called venom or venus. It is a pale color fluid made up of a mixture of two major types of powerful enzymes. They are neurotoxins and hemotoxins. So, in the venus or venom or poison contains the two toxins, the powerful toxin enzymes. They are called number one neurotoxin and second one hemotoxin. So, neurotoxin present in the venom of the following snakes: Crites, Enhydrina, Cobra. So, this toxin, the neurotoxin, affects on the nervous system. So, immediately when bite occur, immediately the nervous system is collapsed and also respiratory system is first damaged. The water, the drops of water comes from the mouth. We can identify when the bite of the neurotoxin fishes. Second one, hemotoxin. It includes cardiotoxins and hemohoragins. So, hemotoxins, it is present in the poison of vipers. So, only vipers contains the hemotoxin venom. This immediately affects on the heart. At the time collapse the circulatory system. So, it is also damage or destroyed the blood cells and also blood vessels. Immediately the blood comes from the mouth